children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders. This is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Ring Studios in Garfield, New Jerusalem. I am Dark Messiah. I am not a wrestling genius, but I play on the internet. And I happen to think I am more successful than Tony Khan. I just don't have a billionaire father to fund my wrestling promotion. I have to do it in the backyard with my friends and jump off of gazebos.
Yep.
On the phone, as always, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz.
It's your boy Alex the motherfucking Hill, aka the Stanley of podcaster, and also known as the man that runs the place that says "fuck Mr. McMahon" right in his do-rag face. Also known as the man that pretty girl in front of a crossface have a run to a crossface.
And on the boards, Stevie Franchise, aka Mr. J Kid, if you are nasty.
You already know it's your boy, the franchise on the ones and twos, giving you that Ultra Wrestling Heel news.
And he is backed like cooked crack, Bartman.
Remember, 100% babyface, 200% Ultra Heel, and Roman Reigns like a broken needle, missing the point at Crown Jewel. Yeah.
Dummy.
Yowie, wow. Yeah.
I don't have anything to talk about this week. I say let's just get straight into the cheeks. I don't have a segue.
All right, well,
Yeah.
Unless you got one, I can defer.
Cheeks of the week.
I mean,
I've been stuck at work. I'd rather get stuck in the cheeks right now.
There we go. We are stuck in the cheeks.
Cheeks of the week. Cheeks of the week.
And of course, one of the headliners of our segment, Cheeks of the Week, Nikita Lyons.
hey.
Hey, at this point, is she a segment or is she the whole reason why we started this?
Both?
She's A, B, and C.
A through Z.
A through Z.
A through Z, yeah.
One through
One through infinity.
Infinity.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go.
If you're listening to this on an audio platform, do yourself a favor, hop over to YouTube, watch the first 3 to 5 minutes of the episode, enjoy the cheeks with us.
Cheeks of the week.
If you don't, you are doing yourself a great disservice. Cheeks are for everyone. And also, someone we haven't seen since maybe we started this, Selena De La Renta, because she left wrestling for a while.
Yeah, Jesus.
And she's back. She's back doing some managing for MLW. I believe she's the manager of whoever their current middleweight champion is and tag team champions.
Very oozy.
Lucy indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, but
She's very oozy.
yeah, Selena De La
Very
Renta.
oozy.
Yes. And we'll move on to Thunder Rosa and Anna Jay.
The angelic music's a nice touch.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Yes. Anna Jay. I don't think we've ever had Anna Jay now that I'm thinking about it.
I don't think we ever did either.
I think it was
No.
always Ty Conti, worst case.
Yeah, we ever had Ty Conti. I don't think we ever had Anna Jay on. But she has some ample cheekage.
Yeah.
If you
I mean, she's definitely packing some cheekage there. Fire cheeks.
Yes. And next up, from NWA, Marty Bell. From now TNA again, Deonna Purrazzo, and motherfucking mommy Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Mommy always packing them cheeks. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Them bubble cheeks.
Yeah.
She do them
I
deep
feel
squats.
so. I'm so envy of Dom even hanging out with her.
Yeah.
With them
Hey,
cheeks.
Look, let's be honest. I'm not envious of Dom. I seen Dom shit. It's totally cute. It's fun though. Let me tell you something. I'm jealous of her man, Mr. Blake, Buddy, aka Murphy. If you're nasty in the bedroom, I know that's what you call him.
Yeah.
I wish it was me.
I wish that was me too.
Kelvin said, "Can we crown Nikita Lyons Queen of Cheeks?" I
Do we
mean,
have to-
At the
do we have
Yams
to
of the
crown
Year
Day.
Award.
I mean, it's her, it's Jade, and it's Tony, right? At the top of the
But
mountain.
who always got the most who
It's
always got
Nikita.
the most time?
I guess it's Nikita.
It had to be Nikita.
I'm
We always
about to-
every
about to-
segment that she's in, we always praise her more than others.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, we probably have majority of her Instagram photos literally
Yeah,
in most of our
I
podcasts.
think you're right. I think you're right.
Her.
So I think it's appropriate to even crown her Queen of Cheeks.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's appropriate.
Okay.
We literally dead ass just started it with her.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was the first.
We started it with her, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was here at the beginning and she'll be here at the end.
Yeah.
Yowie wowie.
And moving over to Ultra Fantasy Booking.
Hey.
Last week was Unauthorized, brought to you by Dragon Force. And the opening match was Jordan Devlin taking on Dolph Ziggler. And with 77% of the votes, Dolph Ziggler takes home the win. In match 2, a last man standing match, Ethan Carter III, better known as EC3, took on Low Key. And with 69% of the votes, EC3.
Wow. Even though Loki almost killed a man.
Yeah. Match 3. Mustafa Ali takes on Sammy Guevara in his debut match for Dragon Force. And I'm calling this an upset. Mustafa Ali takes home the win.
Dang.
With 59% of the votes.
See, that free agent life is actually paying off.
That I voted for sure.
I definitely voted Guevara on that one. Match 4 in the women's division with special guest referee Jacqueline. We have Gigi Dolan. Oh, she was also one of the original Sheiks.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you're right.
Because that's when she had just joined NXT.
Yes, with
So
the Mandy
she's-
Rose faction, yes.
Yeah.
I would say she's a nominated second.
Toxic Attraction.
Yeah,
that's
Dr.
it.
Track, yeah. So Gigi Dolan taking on Saraya. We'll visit Saraya later on this episode.
Yeah. I
And
see.
with 53% of the votes, Gigi Dolan is the victor. Next up, Todd Phillips interviewed Drew McIntyre backstage. Drew, now that you've defeated Jon Moxley in a rematch for the world title, what's next for you? Well, Todd, it's very simple, lad. In the words of our bloated sack of snake feces general manager, I'll say to the locker room, step up or get stepped on. I run from no challenge. Well, Drew, it appears you won't be waiting very long. Someone is behind you. And who's behind Drew McIntyre? Rhea Ripley.
Nami herself.
Ironically, that happened on TV too.
That did,
Yeah,
actually.
That did.
Kelvin said, I'm telling you, we need to do a March Madness bracket. Ironically, in the original version of the podcast, we did one.
We
Yeah,
did
we did.
one.
We did.
That's how it evolved over into Cheeks of the Week.
Yeah, ironically, we can bring
Actually,
it back.
that did.
That would make sense to do Yams of the Year and go over the yearly Yams.
I guess we can do it.
We
I'm
did
about to
the
say,
yams
we can
before,
go,
though.
we
Like,
can go over it, but we can't have the
guess.
photos like we did last time and shit happened.
Yeah, because we got that episode got shadow banned. It was a complete
Yeah.
waste.
oh yeah, definitely.
We got like 3 views that week.
Yams of the
Because
year.
YouTube is hating on cheeks.
Yeah, they are.
Hating on the cheeks.
Hating
Yeah.
on the cheeks.
Cheeks of the week.
Make
Hey.
that the yearly kick special.
Hating on
Hating on cheeks.
Yeah. Anyway, main event.
Yep. They
We
don't
have
hate.
Chase U
Hey.
taking on the New Day in a 6-man tag. And with 77% of the votes, the New Day win the main event of Unauthorized. And now, this week we have a co-branded pay-per-view. It is Halloween Havoc on Taboo Tuesday.
Oh God.
Lots of voting.
I bet.
Lots of voting involved in this
bet.
episode.
I bet there was a lot of votes.
Halloween Havoc on Taboo Tuesday, brought to you by Ultra Heelz Wrestling.
Yes, yes.
The opening match will be brought to you by Warzone. Cody Rhodes will defend his WCW United States Championship against Matt Cardona in one of 3 match types. A flaming tables match. B, a bunkhouse brawl. Or C, a barbed wire chain dog collar match.
Marvelous.
Huh? What was that last one?
A barbed wire chain dog collar match.
Marvelous.
It's a dog collar match, but instead of a regular chain,
It's barbed wire.
It's barbed wire.
You just gave Mick Foley a boner.
No, I just gave Sandman a boner. The corpse of New Jack a boner.
Let me
Oh,
tell you
God.
something. You gave New Jack a boner in his grave.
It's just sticking
He dropped
up
the
from-
water cap.
All right, Alex, what's your first match?
Hold on. So my first match will be Kenny Omega versus Mustafa Ali in a steel cage match.
What's the other options?
Steel cage. Let's see. TLC
TLC. And the third option.
or the what was the one that Kane Undertaker had with the flames around the ring? Oh,
Inferno match.
Inferno match. There you go. It's been a minute since I've seen it.
All right. So the next match from Warzone will be Bailey taking on Sky Blue. And we're taking it back to the Divas era. Our options are a kiddie pool full of jello match, a baby oil match, or bra and panties.
There's a tough choice there.
It's a very tough.
There's a very tough choice there.
Yeah.
Bailey versus Sky Blue.
Can I just have like option B? All of them.
For all of them.
Savage.
3 stages of eroticism.
Yes.
That's what we're gonna call it. I was gonna call it one stage of me getting hard, but yeah.
Savage.
No, option D. Get an all rated R like your boy Xavier Woods.
Okay, Jay Uso.
All right, Jay.
All right, next match from Dragon Force.
Cannon.
Sorry, I was just thinking about that match in my head and it just started to break. Damn, that match stuck in my head too. Anyway, we're gonna have. This is gonna be a tough one for me, but we're gonna have Bianca Belair versus Jacqueline.
Oh God.
Yeah. Look, first of all, Bartman knew what I was going with this one. That's why he said, "Oh God," so quickly. We can have this in a t-shirt contest.
Yeah, there it is.
Bikini contest. Or we can just have a all-out brawl in a backstage locker room, and maybe we can just do some other things. I'm just saying.
Is this Bash at the Beach or Halloween Havoc?
It's Halloween Havoc on Tap on Tuesday.
Sir.
Hey, sir. Mind your business. How about that?
Hey, Michael Myers could show up backstage. We don't know what may happen.
I don't know if
Jeff
Michael
Jarrett,
Myers gonna
motherfucker.
pull up. I don't know if Michael Myers gonna pull up in the freaking shorts and shit. Like,
Hey, look, he better not. He's gonna be one of these damn matches.
And our main event for the Ultra Universe Championship, which LA Knight won back in Ultramania.
Yeah.
yeah.
He will defend it against Drew McIntyre, who is the world champion from Dragon Force.
Yeah.
In one of 3 match types. A boneyard ladder match.
Please tell me the ladder's made of bones.
I'll get the art team on that. B, an Inferno cage match.
The cage has to be on fire.
Yes, the cage is on fire.
Okay, cool.
Or, I don't know anybody's supposed to see in the ring. I guess we're going to shoot it from above.
No, they have like one of those like dynamic like
Yeah, we're
cameras
going to shoot
from
from above.
above.
Yeah, we're going to shoot
Yeah.
from above.
Yeah.
Or C, a blood sport match.
Where the cage, the octagon, it's like an octagon cage. Like
No.
No.
We're going to do like Raw Underground, just a ring with no ropes. Blood sport.
No, but
Yeah,
it
close
has
to
to-
zero, this bitch.
They have to have pits outside, like the spikes outside, just like in Mortal Kombat.
I was about to say, you're about to say some Mortal Kombat ass shit. Fight.
Fight.
I wouldn't.
Hey,
I wouldn't say
that'd be more
I
entertaining.
would just say holes with barbed wire in it.
Oh damn!
At least
work.
the exploding barbed wire match did not show up here.
Oh yeah. I actually
It
wrote it
almost
down.
did.
If you look at my note, I scratched it off.
Yeah,
I was
smart
like, I
man.
gotta go with something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
You could
these
have
matches.
Kenny Omega set up the ring and Mustafa Ali hacks it.
Oh man. Can you imagine he knows how to hack everything.
All right, so TNA is back, and I'm not talking about tits and ass.
Oh, damn.
Are we?
I said.
There was an announcement at
Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory this weekend. They did a little vignette. They had a bunch of guys, Eric Young and I forgot else was in the video.
Basically, it's most of the TNA originals minus Jordan Grace being.
Yeah,
one of the
Jordan
new
Grace was
stars.
in it.
Yeah, and I was like, why are you here?
Yeah. So they did a little promo and on January 1st. No, not January 1st.
No, January.
The January pay-per-view.
Yes.
I don't remember. Is it No Surrender?
That sounds correct, but I'll double
I
check
didn't get
it.
all the specifics.
I'll
but yeah,
see if I can find it.
At the January pay-per-view, they will be rebranding back to TNA.
Thank God.
I believe the TV show will still be called Impact, but the company itself will be called TNA. Oh yeah, Test and Albert. That's the other TNA.
Justin Albert, yeah, that's the one in WWF.
Yeah, Test and Albert. With Trish Stratus as manager,
Yeah.
who had TNA herself.
Well,
The-
at least
the
Test and
good
Albert still
TNA.
works. Well, at least and Albert still works in the WWE. T just died.
Yeah.
Oh,
I still find it weird that I forgot he had died up until like a year ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the next TNA pay-per-view is Hard to Kill, January 13th.
There you go. Hard to kill.
Hard to kill.
Yeah.
There you go. But I'm glad for the brand coming back as TNA. I'm happy. It's supposed to be this way. TNA, WWE, now AEW.
I think, like you said, I think they strictly did it just to have letters because they're the only company that's not letters.
It makes sense though. Like it's just like they were known for being TNA. I mean,
Yeah.
When they just switched to Impact, like just Impact, nobody was.
But
saying
the
Impact
problem
still.
was,
Actually, they still had a quality show as Impact. It's just that they knew they weren't trying to compete. Now it's
Yeah.
like at least we're trying to compete somewhat.
the problem was in the post-Spike era, it was trying to sell advertising. You're TNA. It's the joke, tits and ass.
Yeah,
Trying to sell
it's on a-
advertising to
it's on
these
a men's-
companies, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's on a men's network, and you named it TNA. The first thing come to mind, tits and ass. You
and
gotta
ass.
not think of nothing else entire season. Right?
Yeah, so selling the advertising was hard to these networks and whatnot. So they had to change the name when they went into the Anthem era of the company.
Wow.
I do you gonna say the Hogan and Bischoff era, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, are we getting Sting back after his retirement
Cramp,
so he
cramp,
can do
cramp.
Joker Sting in here?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey man, he can show up and just be there as background noise.
We need Perk Angle back.
Oh yeah, we
Angle.
definitely need Perk Angle back.
We need Willow.
Willow. We
Um,
need damn. It's too late for Scott though.
well, EC3 can always show up because he's just working for NWA.
Amazing Red.
Yo, if he comes back with the same theme
Amazing.
song,
Amazing Red can come back. Kevin Nash said
Suicide
you
would
had
come
to pay
back.
him like $2 million just to get back into a wrestling ring and boots. So
What up, Valdor?
Suicide
we
could come back.
We need Scott Steiner math.
Oh yeah, Petey Williams working for WWE backstage.
Yeah.
Scott Steiner math, yo.
you
Yo.
need
Bobby
you need,
Roode.
what you call it?
Bobby Roode.
We need Shark
No,
Boy back.
Bobby Roode's backstage.
Shark
now.
Boy?
We need Shark Boy
Shark
back.
Boy.
We need Shark Boy back, bro.
Just don't bring Russo back for creative. Just don't do that.
Give me a shell, yeah.
Give me
What?
back Jay Lethal and Ric Flair just so I can hit a woo one more time.
The woo.
And somebody has to throw a shoe, but I don't want to hit the camera.
It'd be Ric Flair still.
Yo.
I do have to say, I love that this era of Impact has Alex Shelley as the world heavyweight champion. He deserved the world title reign for TNA for a while.
And let's not put a slight on Josh Alexander. He was a strong champion.
Oh, he was.
for the last
Oh, yeah,
almost
definitely.
a year.
Damn right.
Dude's been holding it down strong. Even though we talked a lot of shit about him before. But yeah.
I always liked Josh Alexander. It was just with the North with Ethan Page. That's what confused
that's-
everyone.
Yeah.
He has
Hey,
some
look, I ain't gonna
downfalls,
lie.
but
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't start looking at him until I seen the North, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Oh, agreed.
If it
Agreed.
wasn't for the North, I would never know who the hell he really
it's
was.
crazy
you know?
that we got Nick Aldis though.
Oh, yeah.
Magnus. We have
North,
Magnus,
you
bro,
talking about
Magnus, yeah,
that?
he was
which is
Magnus.
like one of the key elements of TNA.
Magnus is one of the key eras of the Impact era.
Yeah, but he was rising shining in TNA though. He was there for quite a bit.
We don't talk about the British invasion.
No, we don't talk about that, but we're just gonna state that he was there.
Yes,
that's it.
Hey, Dark.
Yeah.
Hey, Dark, you can talk about old dude from the Instagram.
Aces and Eights.
Generation Me.
Man Event Mafia.
I'm drawing the blank.
The dude that you tagged me in.
Oh.
That
All right.
never replied back, and I'm just waiting.
Yeah. Let's take a quick detour.
Oh, this is good.
Okay.
Good.
Quick detour.
Camera's on you.
While we're talking about Nick Aldis, so yesterday on Instagram, follow us on Instagram. It's Ultra Heelz Wrestling on Instagram.
What did I miss?
So I was listening to the Cornette podcast, the Jim Cornette Experience. He was talking about 2 SmackDowns ago when Nick Aldis showed up as the general manager for SmackDown. So he said they were talking about how are they going to maneuver this thing between Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, and then when you got to Raw, the following Lord SmackDown, Nick Aldis kicked Pearce out the building, and it seems like Aldis is a heel general manager, yada yada. So anyway, he was saying, if you can have like a Survivor Series thing instead of having like team captains, you just have the fucking general managers have a match. Or you move this to WrestleMania, have a WrestleMania match. The winning general manager gets the first 3 picks in the draft. Because they can both wrestle.
Yeah, actually, that's a very good idea.
Fucking
Adam Pearce.
great ass match too.
Adam Pearce versus Nick Aldis.
Scrap Daddy versus the National Treasure.
I would pay the good money to see that.
And looking back at Adam Pearce, he's always been in like a top 50 of wrestlers. Like ever since he got to a certain point, he's like top 50.
Yeah.
So it's like to say top 50 of the entire world of wrestling is impressive.
So anyway, the thing Alex was referring to, some idiot on Instagram, he commented, "Nah, fuck all y'all on here. None of y'all was checking for Magnus or Nick Aldis when he was in TNA or the NWA. Nor were y'all checking for Scrap Iron Adam Pearce. Nor was y'all rocking in OVW or the NWA. Don't glory hole suck them now." Sir, if you're talking about glory hole sucking, please come out of the closet.
I never heard that term before.
Please come out of the closet, sir. Do you need to speak? Do you need a hug?
It hurt my heart because I didn't even see the tag. Dark just sent me something. I just happened to see it. And then I was going to the page, and Dark was like, "Hey, we got somebody that needs a hug." And I was like, "Ooh, I'm already out in the mood. It's already the right time." Dark must have knew that I needed this. And I got there, and I was like, "I'm sorry, sir. You've been following us for years. If you knew us, that you understand that we've been talking about these motherfuckers for over a couple of years now. So you must just be lonely. I don't understand what's wrong with you." I'm just waiting for him to say something back, but he hasn't said nothing back.
Yeah, I'm checking right now. There's no other comments.
It's like back in the day, I talked about a man named Eli Drake.
Yeah!
Who is now
Yeah!
a Knight.
Yeah!
You can't come up to us with that shit.
Yeah.
Where's the dummy button? This comment needs it.
Oh, yeah.
Dummy! Yeah! Yeah!
So that person who's commenting, right?
Dummy! Yeah! Yeah! Dummy! Dummy!
Ooh.
Yeah! Yeah!
Hey, Dark, you know what you can do?
What?
Take this part and pin it up there right after the thing.
Oh, yeah, that's the post.
Yeah. So on Sunday, they also taped the Bound for Glory Fallout. They have like a part 2 to their pay-per-views now. One of the matches is Josh Alexander versus Will Ospreay.
Oh, shit, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Josh Alexander
damn.
versus Will Ospreay.
So Will Ospreay actually showed up to... Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed up for Bound for Glory versus Speedball Mike Bailey.
Wow.
Yep. You're also getting Tommy Dreamer versus Crazy Steve. You're getting the Rascals versus Laredo Kid, Juventud, and Black Taurus. And those are the only matches I see because I can't find an actual card for it. I'm just scrolling through like clips on Google.
Hey, did you watch that pay-per-view?
I gotta watch it. It's on. I've got it downloaded. I just haven't had time to watch it.
Yeah, I've heard this is a very good pay-per-view.
I want to see the
Bound for
fucking
Glory?
the fucking battle royal.
Oh, yes.
That looks crazy.
Yes, the Call Your Shot Battle Royal.
Apparently there was a call back to something, and a lot of old school fans got really excited. But it was Nikki James versus Trinity Fatu.
Yeah, yeah.
And Nikki did her famous crotch lick fingers. And niggas won't stop talking about it. And I was like, first of all, she was dressed out there as like Beyonce, and then she did that. I'm just, Mickey, yeah, I need you to come at WWE real quick. I just need to talk to you about something.
Yeah. And of course, because this show was in Chicago, everybody's like, oh, CM Punk's gonna show up. No, he didn't show up.
No, of course
Hey,
not.
hold on.
Of course
No,
not.
hold on.
Technicality.
He was backstage.
He was.
But he was also backstage at the last time Impact was in Chicago while he worked for AEW.
Yes.
So he just goes to anything that's in Chicago. Because he was at the WWE show that was in Chicago, and then he was asked to leave.
Yeah.
Because Vince said, get the fuck out of my building. And that was like on Skype because Vince didn't actually show up that day.
Yeah, true.
And it's funny now because Vince ain't there, so, go mind your business, old man.
He's still got his drones in the WWE right now.
Hey,
Instead of balloons, he has drones now.
Hey, look, if he still had his drones the way he wanted to, a lot of people wouldn't be showing up like they are right now on different shows.
100%.
I wonder if he dressed them up like Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe. Just drones with their outfits.
I think one of them is still like just really driving the real drone.
Have I ever told you guys the Pat Patterson joke that he tells like young wrestlers?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
I don't remember it.
So Biggie was telling this on the New Day podcast. If you're like a young like a newer talent like on the roster or whatever, and like you're coming back, you just had a really good match on TV, whatever. You're coming back, through Gorilla, whatever. He'll like grab and say, "Hey, you know who was just talking about you? They said you were great." Nobody.
Yeah. I do remember this now.
Hey. Like Pat Patterson, don't get some kids to play with that you're not supposed to be around.
Because the funny thing is, obviously, it's been done to everybody in the room and they laugh. Yeah. But then you hear it and you feel like shit because you.
I would have been like, don't you got a stool to sit upside down on?
Damn.
All right, moving over to other smaller promotions. It's crazy that the two small promotions are headlining our show this week. The NWA now has a TV deal on the CW network. CW. So their YouTube show, NWA Power, will be moving over to the CW network. I did not see anything about a time slot or a day yet, but it will be on the CW network nationwide, which is a basic channel that everybody gets. So they technically have more exposure than AEW.
Yeah.
I wonder if Stephen Amell will show up.
Imagine.
The CW can really, really reintroduce the Arrowverse right now if they wanted to.
They could, but they're not.
Yeah.
Oh, they're definitely not, but that would be interesting if they can.
Yeah. However, NWA will also still maintain a presence on YouTube with a secondary show, kind of like how AEW got Dark. So that's still going to happen. So you can still see a show on, if you don't have actual cable or traditional television, you can still watch some sort of wrestling from NWA. So the CW is a top 20 network, a top 20 network within the United States. So that's a pretty big platform. Again, you're going to have more exposure. You're going to be available in more homes than AEW. Because AEW is a cable channel. You have to pay for cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Which sucks.
I wonder if it's going to be NWA Power with 3 R's or with 4 R's on TV.
Why?
No, because I'm just looking at the logo right now.
Oh, yeah,
it's
the
either
logo
Power
looks like it has
or
3
Power.
It's always been 3 R's, as far as I know.
No, I'm joking around
okay.
saying like the next logo.
Power.
They're just gonna put an R. They're just gonna put an R and a number 5 in the right corner. So it's gonna be Power to the 5th power.
A dog made this logo.
NWA Power Rangers.
Valdo said, I can't wait to see how much CW/NWA budget after the first episode or two.
They won't have one side sitting arenas like AEW and WWE have because they don't really have that many people.
Yeah, because they have old school territory wrestling. You do it in a TV studio.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have a one-sided crowd. And I think the studio they're in only holds like 400 people, which is about the same as NXT. And one of the streamers that I watch, the Hollywood Bud, he recently moved to Tampa. He now goes to every NXT show because he said he literally lives like 5 minutes away. Wow. Although you can't actually go there, you have to drive to like some parking lot that's like 10 minutes away, and then they'll shuttle you to the building because there's not enough parking at the.
One of those.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So he's got to drive farther than it actually is from his house.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It sounds like living in New York. I want to go to this club, but I got to drive 60 blocks away from it.
No. I want to go to the club down the block one way, but it's a one-way street, and I got to do a full U-turn around.
Jesus.
Hey, this is on 34th Street, but I got to drive down to 64th Street because it's all one way going the opposite way I can't get to.
Exactly.
Yep. So while we're talking about Billy Corgan and the NWA, apparently Dave Meltzer is beefing with Billy Corgan on Twitter.
Very interesting.
Of course he is.
This will be interesting.
Dave Meltzer said, poor Billy doesn't like Omega versus Ospreay, doesn't like Usos versus Owens and Zayn, doesn't like Gunther versus Drew, Sheamus versus Danielson,
No, Danielson versus the triple threat mania.
Doesn't like MJF versus Danielson. Doesn't like FTR versus Juice and Jay. Not like that. Not only that, dislikes the talent in those matches. Pretty sure he'd die and go to heaven if he could get one of them on his shows.
You know what else Billy doesn't... what I don't like about Billy? He doesn't know how to run a show. Doesn't know how to run TNA.
Well,
Didn't know how to run Impact. Obviously, he doesn't know shit.
Well, no. The Impact thing, that was a whole nother bullshit because that lawyer team screwed over a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just him and not running the show. It was
Thanks,
it was Dixie. It was Anthem.
Thanks,
it was Dixie.
Yeah.
And it was a complete mess over there because he thought he bought a piece of the company. He literally had nothing. Nothing. And same thing because with Jeff Jarrett, because that was when Jeff Jarrett came in with Global Force. He thought he owned a piece too. He owned nothing. They fucked over a lot of people, and I'm surprised they survived that fall apart.
Yeah.
That one, I'm so surprised that they actually survived.
Although granted, I am leaning to agree with Dave Meltzer here because Billy Corgan would have probably made Tyrus the three-time
NWA
TNA World Heavyweight Champion longer than a Roman Reigns title hold right now.
Yeah, so no.
I don't like his decisions though. Still, that doesn't change the fact. You know, like he's I don't know, man. Like he doesn't promote good.
So Billy Corgan replied, Dave Meltzer has most certainly built his brand off the efforts of others, but unlike the great wrestlers he mentioned, all of whom I respect and haven't said a disparaging word against, Dave positions himself as the expert on what is and isn't worthy of fans' attention as opposed to those who actually wrestle. For example, perhaps run a professional wrestling company 365 days a year. Mic drop.
That is a pipe bomb there.
That's a solid answer.
Pipe bomb.
I don't get mad at that. He does have a point.
He does have a point here.
Yeah. So another minor promotion that has a TV deal, WOW Wrestling, Women of Wrestling. They're available on Access TV, which is where you can currently find who's on Access. No,
formerly TNA.
Yeah, formerly TNA was on Access. Okay, but you can find WOW on Access. Last week they had 428,000 viewers. That was more than Collision, and that was more than Rampage.
That's crazy.
Hold up, Batman. Where the fuck is cooking here?
WOW had more viewers than Collision and Rampage. Well, it's easy to have more views than Rampage. That's one story.
Yeah, but
they had more views than Collision on Saturday.
That's nuts.
Yep.
That's nuts.
Batman, get Tony Khan out of get Tony Khan out of AEW.
So,
please.
So when NWA gets on TV, what can you expect from NWA if WOW is doing this? Can we expect like 500, 600,000 for NWA?
If they get a good time slot, yes.
Yeah, it all depends on the slot, on the the time slot there.
I could see the CW giving the NWA like the 11 p.m. time slot, and that kills their views.
What?
If
11
they-
o'clock on like a Saturday?
11
can give
o'clock
them
at
a
any
9
time
o'clock
during the
slot,
week. If it's 11 o'clock on a Saturday, that's fine.
The thing is, you can't do Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock because that's the nightly news. So you can't do 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
They need a 9 o'clock.
You can't go on Monday against Raw. You can't go on Tuesday. Well, you might be able to do Tuesday against NXT and get that like side audience. You can't do Wednesday versus Dynamite. You can probably do
Thursday?
Thursday,
You could probably do Thursday.
against Impact.
You could definitely do Thursday.
Thursday against
You
Impact.
could
Yeah, you
strongly
could.
do Thursday, I would think.
You can't do
could.
Friday against SmackDown.
No, you can't do Thursday because Thursday Night Football.
Well, Impact's on.
Yeah, but you looking at all of sports, they're going to have to make a line somewhere. It's either Tuesday or Thursday. I think Tuesday might be the better slot, even though NXT.
I guess. But again, they've been a YouTube show and they've been coming on, I believe they've been on Powers on Tuesdays. So will they, again, because we don't know what the time slot is with the CW.
Right.
They might maintain a Tuesday.
So your only choice is just like Thursday, honestly.
Yeah, it's basically Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
Because again, Saturday is tough. Or you know what? If you did a Saturday afternoon, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Afternoon would be fine.
Yeah,
but-
Saturday afternoon would be a
Yeah.
good time slot.
Hell, even a
great.
Saturday morning, which again, going back to
Actually, yes.
territory wrestling, Saturday morning was the biggest time slot for wrestling.
No, 'cause
like 10 a.m., 11 o'clock. That's where all the prime wrestling was.
Darth is cooking because it was during the World League, the main event Mafia, so the 09-10s. That was the Saturday morning slot that I started catching them on, and then I switched to their Thursday night showing. So yeah, no, that Saturday time slot might be perfect for women of wrestling.
Yeah, I think so.
And moving over to some more AEW failures, WWE has currently added more tickets for Survivor Series. Meanwhile, if you look at the picture on the right, that was the Battle of the Belts / Collision taping / Rampage taping last week.
Well, the argument is Survivor Series is again in what city?
Chicago.
Exactly.
And with the rumor of CM Punk showing up, they've already had to open up more tickets. They originally they sold out the 12,943 tickets that they already had set up, and they've added approximately another 2,000 tickets. So they're going to make a smaller stage area because they're selling floor seats.
Yes, they're doing a smaller stage area, and they're selling behind the stage or where the stage would normally be.
Yeah, like
so it's
what do you call it? Impaired vision seats.
Wow.
Supposedly on Twitter, people are saying that it's not. There's going to be no impaired vision, so it's going to be like the Backlash pay-per-view. Where it's that small corner entrance.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Wow. All I can say is wow, man.
Yeah. So WWE is selling out arenas.
Yeah.
And AEW
AEW
is doing this over here.
is struggling and selling.
The WWE sold out Chicago, surprisingly, and AEW doesn't even know what to do with Adam Copeland at this point.
Speaking of which, an upcoming show, I just saw this earlier today. Their next stop in Kentucky is at the Yum Center. That arena holds 16,000 people. They currently have 2,000 tickets sold. And this is the episode that's going head to head with SmackDown live on a Friday.
Oh, Jesus.
Because they're having Full Gear the next night, so they've moved Collision to Friday instead of Saturday. And this next graphic is the current trend of ticket sales across all the major shows.
Wow.
SmackDown is running away. Raw has some growth. Dynamite's in the tank. Collision's in the tank. Notice WWE house shows are outselling Collision.
Oh, yeah.
And
Wow.
Dynamite.
Dude. Shows that we don't even watch on TV.
Untelevised WWE shows are outselling
Untelevised WWE.
Collision and Dynamite.
That's selling more than televised AEW programming.
Well, because we have larger than life personalities in AEW versus, in WWE, like Logan Paul, like LA Knight, actually doing good promo work now.
Yeah. Look at the Dynamite. Down 19%,
Yeah.
down 13, down 7. In 2 quarters, WWE house shows went up 51% and 45%.
Hold on.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
looking at quarter one. AEW Dynamite plus 13. Okay, whatever. Plus 51. Excuse me. Look at the fucking difference, and you tell me that the plus 13 is a positive.
Remember when AEW was hot?
Yeah.
It ain't hot no more, Chief.
It ain't hot. This ain't 5 years ago.
But
bro.
but wait. We sold out Wembley. The biggest paid crowd ever in wrestling.
That's all you did.
That's
Yeah.
all Tony Khan needs to talk about. The
Yeah.
biggest paid crowd ever in wrestling. But this is your real sales.
I mean,
You had to leave the country to get the biggest paid crowd ever.
the only argument there is that the Khan family had that London fan
I would have
base.
told him you ain't doing it in the U.S. though.
Or had that British fan base because of the fact that they also own a
And
soccer team.
the British people hate him because their fucking team sucks. Mm-hmm. And fucking Jacksonville. Well, actually, Jacksonville's playing pretty good this season. I'm not going to dump on the Jaguars.
No, can't
Although
can't
apparently they have
Jets.
one of the worst stadiums in the league, so I can dump on them for that.
No, that's the Commanders. Commanders.
Well, I said one of.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you are right.
One of.
Yeah. So how many? So looking at the tickets distributed, how many of those are bots that AEW is buying? Because that quarter is low.
It's very low. It's like very, very, very sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad to look at.
But
actually.
but we have the biggest paid crowd ever in
Wembley?
wrestling history
Wembley,
in Wembley.
good old Wembley.
I just realized that's house shows
Yes,
selling more.
that's what I said. House shows are outselling Collision and Dynamite.
I was
That's
just
his,
looking at the percentages
you know
earlier.
that's-
Just looking at the chart and seeing the 0.6K difference is insane.
You know, Wembley is like Tony Khan's big dick card, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's
We got Wembley.
We did Wembley. I'm like, okay.
So,
McMahon
so
got
the other thing WWE has done, they've opened the new WWE headquarters, and they have a giant title belt outside the building.
Nah, that's hot.
That is pretty cool.
So it's a far
Legit
cry.
dope for what you call it.
It's a far
That's
cry
a-
from the old Titan Towers across town. Go ahead.
I'm about to say no. That's the belt from when they did the merger in New York.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot
it
about
is.
that.
Oh
TKO
yeah,
belt.
that's
Okay, that
that's
makes
good.
sense now.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
So I wonder what they did with the UFC one when they're outside their home office.
It's actually the one we have in our studio.
Yeah. I completely forgot. I've already forgotten 2 weeks that they had that giant belt at that press conference.
I did have family that lived near Titans Tower, so every time I go visit them in Connecticut, we'd always pass them at some point. That new title in front of the new building looks hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
the old building's up for sale, and I believe they're moving the warehouse into the basement of this new building. That's how big it is.
good. Wow.
Oh goddamn!
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I thought they were downsizing. I didn't
No,
realize
the
they.
new building is like 3 times the size,
Jesus.
which doesn't make any sense selling the company, but whatever.
Hey,
Eh.
I guess you gotta do what
Yeah.
you make do, right?
Yeah, the new building's like 3 times the size. They've cut half the staff, but I guess they're just filling the building with shit.
Well, instead of buying a warehouse and paying for the property of that, you're just basically buying a new warehouse that's large enough to have an office.
They
Yeah.
just got all of John Cena's memorabilia down there.
But I can't see them.
Every casket that Undertaker's ever used, every ladder they've ever used, every cage they've ever used.
But you still can't see the John Cena memorabilia.
Yeah, that's so sad. So sad.
It takes off weight, but you really can't see them.
Yeah. So you remember WrestleMania 32 when it was Shane McMahon versus Undertaker at the Hell in a Cell for that briefcase that he never got and we never heard about again?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So Shane had his sons come out with him. The oldest Declan is now playing football for the University of Indiana.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he's got a custom WWE title for that.
Of course he does.
Oh yeah,
It's-
is he also the same one? Yeah, he had an interview not too long ago.
Yes.
He said he might want to get in the wrestling ring. Yeah, you gonna have to work it. You gonna have to work for it now, boy. Your daddy and your grandfather no longer run the company.
Third
Yep.
generation.
Yep.
He's got to talk to Uncle Paul.
Yeah.
Uncle Paul might let him in.
I don't know. He might be the least favorite nephew.
As long as he can throw a super kick like Shawn Michaels, that's all that matters.
The super kick is the DDT of the modern era.
Yeah. People got in for less.
Did y'all see that interview?
Yes.
It was Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and
Undertaker.
They were just talking about all the ruined finishers. They said it's all started when the DDT became a transitional move, and they buried Jake Roberts' finish. It was like one of the most preserved finishers, like of that era. Nobody got it from the DDT, and now it's just a throwaway move.
Yeah, it is.
Just
I'm
like
about to say, Sean said the same thing too. Sean said, "I'm just happy that my finisher is still being protected." And he talked about the super kick.
Yeah.
But it's not a finisher though. It's like
That's just the thing.
No,
it's not a
it's just
finisher
a
anymore.
signature
You just
now.
do it to do it.
it's just a signature now.
It went from a finisher to, I need a rest break.
If you remember, like 2 weeks ago on Dynamite, it was Rey Fenix versus Nick Jackson for #1 contender for the
Atlantic title?
bullshit.
Intercontinental title, yeah.
No, I'm
International.
sorry. It was for the title because remember Phoenix had to beat Moxley because he dropped Moxley on his head. But
yes,
anyway,
international title,
Yeah.
yes.
So many people that throw
So,
the super kick so much.
Nick Jackson
Yes.
super kicked Phoenix. He nipped up, super kicked him again, nipped up again, and then a Canadian Destroyer from it.
Yeah.
So you ruined 2 finishers in one set of moves.
Oh yeah, the Canadian Destroyer is a finisher that got utterly destroyed for no goddamn
he
reason.
He made a combo link into the Canadian.
He
Destroyer.
no-sold 2 super kicks and then went into a Canadian Destroyer.
The fucking super kick, drive rush, super kick into a Canadian Destroyer.
The super kick is now a Yu-Gi-Oh combo. If you know Yu-Gi-Oh meta decks, you will realize the super kick is in everything.
It's just, I call it like a Street Fighter link combo and shit.
Right,
Just
this
super
point
kick,
now.
link into super kick, link into
I'm about to say,
Canadian
look.
Destroyer.
I'm about to look at this point right now. Undertaker said it best. Undertaker said, your move is used right after the lockup."
Yup, basically.
For real.
Basically. During a recent WWE TV taping, before the show, before they let fans in the building, they were doing like camera testing of potential new tag team belts. They did some, visual shots of 2 different sets of belts.
Please, let them be good.
So are they splitting the belts again? That's why they have 2 sets? Or are they just literally testing 2 different ones and seeing which one looks better on
I would
TV?
split the belts at this point. Like,
Yes, please
I
split
would
the
just
fucking
split them
belts.
into different. If we're doing brand split again, I'd rather they just split the belts. Make the
At this point
WWE
right now-
title just the title to go around with.
Like,
At this point right now, I'm still like what me and Dar said before. I don't need you to split the belts because there's already too many goddamn belts there, bro. Like, I need y'all to go back to what y'all was doing. Just have traveling champions.
Yeah.
And you've been doing it with the Judgment Day very well.
Yep. All 3 brands.
I will agree. You have been doing it well with the Judgment Day, but if we want to talk about having 2 separate shows, have 2 separate belts.
Again, I'll break down the argument. If you have 1 world champion, 1 women's champion, 1 tag champion, they travel all the shows. Well, you can still have an NXT champion because technically it's developmental.
Right.
You now make the United States champion and the Intercontinental champion stronger because you represent that brand. You are the champion of that show.
Okay, I get what you mean.
So the
That's
world,
fair.
obviously, again, the world champion has a feud with anybody on any show. I'm the champion of Raw. I'm the champion of SmackDown. This title means everything to this show. You strengthen those 2 belts by having 1 world champion and not 2.
Yeah, but then the tag titles sort of.
But no, again, same thing with the tag titles. You don't need 2. You don't need like a mid-card tag title, because traditionally, going back in the territory days, as I've said several times on the show, you go back into the 80s, the tag team belts were on par with the world champion.
That's fair.
If you had a show where you're giving the world champion a night off, your tag teams are the main event. You got Vince poisoned the wrestling industry. Vince hated tag team wrestling. So for the last 25, 30 years, tag team wrestling is just mid-card. It's supposed to be
It was treated
main
like
event.
mid-card
No,
for
It's
several years.
it's your backup main event for when you don't want to use your world champion.
Right.
I'm about to say, you don't believe it?
Just
Look at
like-
the women's tag team title.
Yeah.
Just like
Cursed.
this week. Just like this week, even though Seth Rollins was here, he was not scheduled to wait. He was scheduled to compete, right?
Yeah.
But he wasn't scheduled to compete his title.
Correct.
So it was a tag team main event, right?
Yeah, and again, notice since Triple H has taken over, the tag team titles mean something.
Yeah, that's fair. That's really fair.
So that's a true example there.
On some random bullshit, you can purchase Paige's skirt worn for $5,000.
What a segue!
I don't want to purchase that. I want to purchase the full tape of the Xavier Wood experience. That's all I want.
Look, they have some of the pictures up there. Of the
You can purchase a skirt, camcorder, and Valentine's Day card.
just the camcorder.
I know what the camcorder might be from. She might have deleted it, but just having it, knowing that I have a piece of history.
And again, I was listening to an old episode of the New Day podcast, and Woods was talking about how he likes to videotape things, and I immediately was like, yeah, you do like the videotape shit.
Fucking Law and Order. Ding ding. That's great.
Yeah, you videotape shit, all right.
Yeah, you do.
Because he was talking about how when he was in FCW, because he was there before it became NXT.
Right.
He used to shoot his own like vignettes and promos to take to promo class or whatever. And he was talking about how he learned to edit video and shit. And yeah, you like to record shit. we know.
Yes,
we know.
We definitely know. The whole world knows that you like to record.
You learn to edit video. Starts off with the hub.
Boom. Mommy is #1 on PWI Women's 250 list.
Damn right.
Damn right. That's fair.
Damn right.
That's fair.
But as when we went over with the 500 list, she wasn't the first woman on the list, which makes zero fucking sense.
I know, right?
I don't remember who the first woman was. I think it was some Japanese bitch that.
Fuck. What was her name?
Should I Google it real quick?
I remember we went through this. I remember we definitely went through this.
See, 2023 PWI. If I can type correctly, work with me here. Google 500 list. All right.
I'm gonna laugh at Hikaru Shida.
It might have been.
That's
It
fair.
might have been.
No, it wasn't. It was somebody that we really haven't heard her name in honestly, in a while. And she was in NWA, right?
I don't remember. Again, I don't remember who it was. Oh, Masha Slamovich.
Slamovich.
Masha Slamovich is number 15. And I remember I had to scroll for Rhea Ripley. She was like 120 something. So how is she? How the fuck does that work? If she's the #1 woman, why was she not the highest woman on the men's list? Or the overall list? Let's put it that way, the overall list.
They overlooked her for the first quick second.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I think they just fucked up and said, all right, let's put Rhea somewhere on here. All right, here it goes.
They just threw Rhea up there, and then they had to, then whoever they had to somebody when there was an A, and you sit down and you can't leave the office till you watch everything Rhea has done, and you make a goddamn list.
Like, I heard Slamovich had a good start to the year. But
Now get this. On the women's list, Slamovich is number 13. Make that make sense.
Yeah, the math ain't mathing up, Chief.
All right, so the rest of the top 10 is Gilia, Bianca Belair, Jamie Hayter, Tam Nonko, Athena, Deonna Purrazzo, Willow Nightingale, Camille, and Jordan Grace. I'm fine with that list. Other than the fact that I don't watch New Japan, so I don't know much about Gilia.
Yeah.
Jordan Grace is her husband, just with body makeup on and a wig.
And
skin bleach. And skin
but,
bleaching.
And from what I've heard, Athena's just a murdering bitch nowadays.
Hey man, sometimes you just gotta be a murderer, you know.
Yeah. The rest of the top 50 is pretty standard. It's all names you know. It's nobody really out of the ordinary except for the Japanese girls that we don't watch regularly. But then when you start getting just like the men's list, you start getting into the 200s, the 300s. You get these weird indie chick names like Yappy.
Right.
Or Ziggy.
Isn't this the same list that gave us Orange Cassidy as #1?
No, Orange Cassidy was number 6.
Yeah.
On the
he was top 5. He was top 5. I remember that.
No, he was 6. Because it was the Shield, Okada, Gunther. It was top 5. Shield Okada, Gunther was top 5.
Right.
Cassidy was 6, and then Cody was 7.
Yeah.
It's like, how the fuck did you put Cody below him?
List? How the fuck OC got that high on the list?
All right. So at AEW Revolution, Sting is announcing his retirement at AEW Revolution.
So let me get straight. He retired from TNA. He retired from WWE. And now he retired from AEW.
Yep.
This man should just go down the Hall of Fame as the most retired wrestler of all time.
No, he's still like 5 retirements behind Ric Flair. Ric Flair's got like 7
Ric
of them
Flair's
bitches.
got like 7, yeah.
But wait, hold on. In Ric Flair's case, he's different because he retired multiple times in the same company.
Exactly.
Sting is almost a Grand Slam champion because he has retired from every other company.
He's a Grand Slam retirement.
Unless this is some Mark Henry bullshit and he attacks someone.
But he didn't wear the pink salmon jacket.
That would be hilarious.
I think you guys will know where that's going if he does that.
That would be hilarious.
I'm about to say, hey, look, give it time. You know, his outfit can have a little pink behind it.
All right, let's get into Name That Champion. Our first contestant has won SmackDown Tag Team Championship and is a 2-time North American champion. Name that champion.
2-time North American and won the SmackDown?
Yeah, 1-time SmackDown Tag Team.
Is he Dom?
Any other guesses?
It sounds like Dom, but I'm trying to think of other people.
Any other guesses?
Yeah, I'm saying Dom, even though I know it's probably not.
It's Dom.
Dominic Mysterio is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And now the second one.
easy.
This one is a juggernaut. We have a 20-time world champion.
Do you have the graphic for this one?
We have one of the Winged Eagle belt. We have about 9 of the Globe belt, 1 of the original Undisputed belt, 3 spinner belts, 1 modern WWE championship, and 5 original World Heavyweight champions. We have 4 oval intercontinentals. We have the original white intercontinentals and 2 original black intercontinentals.
Oh, original IC. Oh, I thought it was the modern IC.
No, it's the original white one and
Okay.
the original black one.
All right, I have my answer for sure then.
I just want y'all to know how hard I'm staring at my screen.
We have 2-time European. We have, what is that, a 5-time WWE Tag Team Champion, a 1-time unified WWE Tag Team Champion, 2 different King of the Rings, 5 Royal Rumble wins, and they're both in the Hall of Fame. This is a tag team.
Oh, okay.
It's a tag team.
Oh, it's a tag team.
It's a tag team, but
think
it
I
was
know
a
what it
very short-lived tag team. They're only together for like
think I know
4
what
or
it
5 months.
I know it is. I know it is now. Ooh,
Okay,
I know it is.
it's a tag team,
I
which
think I
threw me
know what
off.
it is.
I thought this was a singles wrestler.
It's a tag team.
Okay,
They were
dead wrong.
together for a very short period of time.
They started
I'm
as a
about to
tag team? And
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I know who it is.
I can hear it in his voice. He knows who it is.
I know who it is.
Is this the power?
So wait. I just want to clarify
All right.
one thing.
Yes.
Is this are there tag team titles all together or are they
No,
separate?
it's
separate. Okay.
however many they won in their career.
Okay.
Oh, and then there's also $1 million championship. I forgot to mention
Yes,
that one.
that's what's throwing me off right now.
I already know who this is.
All right, your guess?
That's what gave me the answer.
It's the power trip.
Your guess, Bartos?
Yep.
I have no guess right now.
Who did you say, Alex?
Power trip.
It is the 2-man power trip.
2-man power trip. It's Austin and Triple H.
Yep, Austin and Triple
Yeah,
H.
baby. God damn it!
Now,
I was
That's
like,
what's throwing me off.
okay, the third
the
title
one
down.
that didn't throw me off was the $1 million
The
belt.
third title
Hey, look,
down,
hey, look.
I edited out because it's the smoking skull belt.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's what's throwing me off.
Hey, look. Hey, look. After looking at the belts, and I seen the European title, and then I saw the 2 Royal Rumbles back to back, I was like, oh, that's Stone Cold. That's easy. That was the easy part.
You see,
The easy
I
part
knew,
was the
I knew the
$1 million
Triple H
belt.
half. I knew the Triple H half. I could not guess the other half for the life of me.
Yeah, the $1 million belt
knew-
is the one that got me.
The
That was
$1 million
like,
belt and the 2 King of Rings back to back. I
and
knew
the
was
King of
Stone
the Rings.
Cold.
Yeah.
Wait.
But-
I call bullshit. There should be 3 Hall of Fames because Triple H is Triple H himself. And
No,
he's not.
He's only DX.
Fuck.
Yeah, he never got his own.
That's
he
what I thought.
He can get in 2 more times,
Austin
singles
got his
and
own.
Evolution.
He can.
Fuck, you're right.
He could
Triple H
get
can
in
get in
2 more times.
Yes,
honestly.
he can.
Technically,
two
it's 3.
facts-
You can put the Authority in too.
No, we're not putting. We're not putting that in.
You're not putting Authority.
We're not
in?
putting that in.
memorable, bro.
First of all, somebody's gonna put the Authority in there, and if it ain't Triple H, it's gonna be Triple H.
If we're
it
putting
will
the
be.
Authority in, well, that means Vince McMahon's getting another part of it. No.
Yeah. Real quick, because we're running short on time.
Look, he can get a ring. He just can't do nothing about it.
Outside the ropes, best NBA team.
Damn it, we're gonna be.
First best championship team. The 98 Bulls, the 2000 Lakers, the 2012 Heat, or the 2018 Warriors.
Fuck you, Darth. Why did you do this?
Fuck that.
Hey,
tough.
hey, put this on Kelvin.
You put it on
Okay,
Kelvin.
fuck you, Kelvin. Why did you do this?
Put this on Kelvin.
Kelvin did this because of me, because I said let's do the best basketball team of different eras.
I do not respect Le China, and I do not respect the cupcake. It's between the Lakers and the Bulls for me.
Me too. It's between those two.
Hey man, I like the way I think. Let me tell you right now, that number 8 and that number 34 been having me in the chokehold since before they got on the team. So I'm gonna be like,
Look, I give credit. This is a fucking tough pick for me.
This is because
Notice nobody
What
chose
I'm-
the Heat.
what I'm remembering is the Lakers and the Kings like going at it, and the Lakers were at their best, and the Kings were at their best, like 2004, somewhere around there, like 2003, 2004. That
the
was like
Lakers
the best
versus the 76ers
LA Laker
was
team
my
ever.
whole high school. Like the Lakers versus the 76ers was my whole high school thing. If you were a 76ers fan, you was a Lakers fan. Every other team didn't matter at that point in time. Like,
That is true, but you did have some like underrated ones. You had Tracy McGrady and the Magics. You had Steve Francis in the Houston Rockets. You had you had
Reggie
a lot.
Miller in the
you had Kevin
Pacers.
Garnett in the Bucks.
No, it's the Wolves.
Oh, no, in the Wolves, yeah.
Yeah.
The Wolves and Timberwolves, yeah. Those were really good. And Steve Nash.
Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki in Dallas.
Dirk Nowitzki in the Mavericks, yeah.
I'm giving it to the. I give it to the Lakers. I
would
will
give-
say MJ is my GOAT. I'm still giving it to the Lakers.
I'm sorry, I'm going Bulls.
That's fair.
I'm going
though.
Bulls.
I
That's
would go
fair.
Bulls.
That's fair. I have no problem with you saying that.
I would go
My
Bulls.
argument always is when you go back to the 90s and the 80s,
It's a different game.
the defense, you were allowed to assault people.
yeah, you're right.
It was manslaughter.
I will say this though:
And-
if Shaq played in that era, oh God, it's a different.
He did.
It's a different argument.
You can't
no, I'm
say-
saying,
did.
I know he did,
Now, don't get
but
me
I'm
wrong.
saying,
I love Steph
did.
Curry. He can't play in the 90s.
yeah,
No,
no,
he can't.
No,
LeBron would still be great, but LeBron would not have the longevity.
yeah.
And we had young Kobe there too. We had young Kobe in his
Hold on.
prime going against Jordan.
LeBron
Hey,
and
look.
D Wade would survive. Ray Allen would be killed.
No, because
Hey.
he'd be Reggie Miller.
hey, let me tell you something.
Reggie Miller played in the 90s.
Let me tell you something. Everybody in the Heat, main starting 3, would have probably made it. LeBron would have cried all the time. I don't give a fuck what nobody
Oh,
say.
LeBron is crying,
you
but he's
know,
alive.
LeBron would have fought with that physicality. Everybody kiss ass. Steph Curry, he probably survived in that time. He just been a shooter. He wouldn't have been nowhere in the paint. He just shot and kept it moving like he been doing. But the Jordan and them, they the standard. They're the standard. But just like me being a wrestling fan, I don't never be with the standard. I'm a Chris Benoit fan. So I'm gonna be a Lakers fan always to the day I die. They was underrated and they always did their thing. At the end of the day, they was always going to be on top to me. I don't give a damn.
That's
now,
fair.
if I would like to see the Jordan them time versus the Lakers that time, I feel like that would have been a great goddamn game.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And that is our show for the evening.
Lakers for life.
Yeah.
Lakers for life.
Yeah.
I've been Darth Messiah, and you, sir.
Alex the motherfucking hill.
Good night, J Kid.
Good night to all. To all the good night.
Bartos, thanks for coming again.
Good night. Bartman out.